Today we're scalping live in the Forex markets. Make sure to leave a like if you do enjoy these videos and I'll make sure to make more of them. Enjoy. Okay, let's give this a go. USD CAD on the 15-minute time frame, it should be bouncing off the 200 moving average. So I currently have my broker opened up. Let me open a big position. Nice little buy just over here. So I just adjusted my take profit and stop loss levels. 135368 was the entry the broker has given me. I believe there's going to be a strong push towards the upside just because it's currently falling on the 15-minute time frame. I believe we can catch a nice scalp trade because 1 hour time frame, as you can see, is trending towards the upside very, very nicely. It should be bouncing off the 50 moving average just off here. The same thing is happening on the 4 hour time frame. Strong uptrend on USD CAD at the moment. And while I was getting everything set up, I actually wanted to take this trade for a nice little short after this bearish engulfing candlestick just over here towards the 200 moving average. So this move has already happened and I totally missed it, but this would have been already a great trade. And as you can see, currently bouncing off the 200 moving average. I need a little bit bigger substantial move to consider this a nice closure. Today is Friday, lack of volatility, so my main concern will be to just get in and out of the market very, very quickly. So I'm currently £8 in the minus, as we can see just over here. I do believe that it's going to continue moving towards the upside to potentially retest one of the two moving averages just over here. If we have a look at the 15-minute time frame, that's where the 50 moving average on the 15-minute time frame is as well. That's a solid little location to kind of aim for. So I'm pretty happy to aim for 10 pips take profit, but I might close it sooner, who knows. Okay, so it's pushing up quite nicely. Let's take a look. £47 in profit. I'm closing it off. Very, very quick, nice £47 in profit. And that's good enough for me. As I said, it's Friday. There's going to be a lack of volatility, so we need to be extra careful. Okay, I believe we can actually trade USD CAD once again for a sell. There was a nice bearish engulfing candlestick pulling back towards the 20 and 50 moving averages. It's currently in between. If it closes as a nice little shadow, that would be even better. So let's see if that happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We get a nice candlestick closure. So we're going to sell this trade now. Boom. Open another position. There we go. I'm of course risking by shorting this trading position because the overall market direction is definitely towards the upside. But I do believe that we might have the slight pullback towards the downside at the moment, so we'll see what happens. We also cannot forget that on the 1 minute time frame there's a triangle pattern. The triangle has been broken just over here. That confirms a lot of bearish pressure, and as you can see, is dropping down nicely. This is what we want. £40, £42. Should we keep it? No, I'm not keeping it. There we go. Yes. Okay, so 2 trades in a row. USD CAD selling a buy as I predicted. And now a nice bearish engulfing candlestick closure, but look at this, it's going towards the upside. I had to be so quick to close off this trading position just because it's actually trending towards the upside on the higher time frames. That's why you need to look out for the higher time frame bias. But as I said, there was a triangle pattern over here, bearish engulfing candlestick. This is pretty damn good confirmation for a lot of bearish pressure, right? This bearish engulfing candlestick already confirmed it, went towards the 20 and 50 moving averages where it usually bounces off, and that's why we saw this nice little move towards the downside. Now, we are getting another bearish engulfing candlestick and a upper shadow over here that seems really, really good. I might just be greedy and open another sell position just because I believe it could be a nice little trade. I opened a smaller lot size this time, even though the bearish engulfing candlestick and the upper long shadow is over here. It should continue moving towards the downside to potentially retest the previous bottom level. And if the market actually manages to break 20 and 50 moving averages on the 1 minute time frame, I might be considering a nice buy. Or if it kind of continues moving towards the downside quite a bit, we might have what I like to call a rubber band effect. Pushes towards the downside very quickly on the 1 minute time frame. It's going to bounce off like a rubber band and come back towards the 20 and 50 moving averages. So we might see this happening as well. Okay, it did drop down a little bit, but the main threat at the moment on the 15-minute time frame is this 200 moving average. It's going to be a solid zone for the actual candlesticks to break. and since it's Friday, it's likely not going to break that zone. As I said, look at the hourly 50 moving average, very unlikely to break it. So I'm definitely risking by holding this trade off. I might just be closing it off. We'll see what happens, how the market actually develops. £7 at the moment in profit, bearish engulfing. Okay, we are nearly here. There we go. Okay, drop in £10. I'm banking it. Take your profit, guys. Okay, so 3 trades in a row, we took our profit. That's good enough for me. The reason why I closed it is because there is a slight area of support over here. Usually it comes back to retest it, right? Push exhaustion, push back towards the previous area sensitivity. Could be forming a double bottom. What do you know? It's sitting on, you know, the 50 moving average on the higher time frames. We could potentially get a substantial bounce, and this would really suck if we're gonna be in a trade. But as you can see, kind of pulling back, dropping down, making a new low, which kind of pisses me off a little bit. There we go. Look, it's dropping. I shouldn't have closed it. God damn, I could have banked another 40 pounds just over here as well. But sometimes, hey, you know, you don't be greedy. You rather take some money than just keep on losing. You know, it's the worst thing you can do as a trader, not knowing when to close off your trade. So although it made a new low, I do believe it's going to continue moving towards the upside now. Even okay, we need to buy. It's going up. Okay, I'm gonna buy quite a lot. Come on, there we go. Buy. We are opening this trade just because I believe it's gonna bounce off that 200 moving average just over here. 135371 was our entry, and let's just do 1010 over here as well for take profit and stop loss. We are closing them early anyway. It's just kind of a mental markup rather than anything else. So what's happening currently? Although the 1 minute time frame is trending towards the downside, I'm not too worried, just because the 15-minute time frame 200 moving average is over here. It has data of 200 days, so it's much more substantial. It's harder to break it, and likely there's going to be a lot of buying pressure over here. And if it doesn't manage to break it in the next 9 minutes, that's going to be a great indication that there might be a pullback kind of towards the 50 moving average at least, before then maybe deciding to continue moving down and attempting to break it. But usually the first push, after a push, there's an exhaustion and then a push towards the downside, kind of push, exhaustion, push. I always tell you guys, the market will move in cycles, push, exhaustion, push. Currently struggling at the moment. I might have made a mistake. I'm not sure. We're going to be waiting until candlestick closes below the 200 moving average. If it does, we are closing the trade off. We are taking a loss, but if not, which shouldn't happen really, it should be bouncing back just because it's Friday. So we'll see. Ideally, what I want to see is on the 1 minute time frame breaking the 20 moving average. If it breaks, then at least it's going to retest this previous area of resistance just over here, and that will be a good enough kind of trade to close out. As you can see, currently strong bearish pressure over here kind of developing. Doesn't manage to break the 20 moving average, which sucks, of course. So we are kind of stuck in this trade at the moment. Also, the 5 minute time frame does have the shadow over here, huge wick below, which indicates there is a lot of buy pressure just over here. So I do expect the 200 moving average on the 15-minute time frame to kind of finally start pushing up. So we'll see what happens on the one. Okay, nice, pushing up 1 minute time frame. We need to close above this moving average. If we do, we can keep this trade for much longer. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. There we go, beautiful. Bullish engulfing candlestick after a nice shadow just over here. Does suggest a lot of buying pressure. Come on, baby, let's go. Currently £9 in profit, not too much. But not too little as well, because we're making money quite quickly. But I do expect a push towards the upside around this area zone. I believe the 50 moving average just over here is a good indication to kind of touch, get out of the trade, and then move on. So we'll see what happens. 16 seconds. It's likely going to close above the 20 moving average, which is ideal. So just going to keep it going as it is at the moment. So we have a slight trend over here. We need to mark that. Okay, so it's going up nicely. There we go. Touch. Let's close. 66, 71. Beautiful. There we go. We reached this area zone. Now I believe it might be dropping down once again because this is a strong area resistance. This was a beautiful trade towards the upside for basically main thing. If you know candlestick patterns and price action, that's all you need. You don't need no ICT bullshit that I've seen a lot of YouTubers use, and if you use it and maybe you find it helpful, then it's good, but that's not the old school way of trading. This is what has worked for me for 10 years. So look at this nice hammer candlestick over here, bullish engulfing candlestick breaking through 20 moving average. Beautiful trade going towards the upside, area resistance just over here. I'm expecting a lot of sell orders at the moment, and as you can see, once it touched the 50 moving average, it started dropping down. You could have potentially maybe even scalped this trade over here. That could have been the potential scenario. Of course, we can obviously have a look at the 15-minute time frame, and it's bouncing off the 200 moving average as well. As I previously said, I've been trading for 10 years. I see the markets upside down, left and right. You know, it's in me, and sometimes I can't even explain it. How do I know where it goes? But it's just how it is. You learn this skill. As you can see, dropping down. Maybe it could be a good decision to kind of sell at the moment, but I'm not too convinced because it already bounced off the 15-minute time frame on the 200 moving average. There we go. 1 hour time frame. Look at this. It's sitting near the 50 and the 4-hour time frame as well. I'm not convinced that it's just gonna break it that easily. Maybe if it breaks this 50 moving average just over here towards the upside, we could potentially buy this trade one more time. This looks really good. This looks like a good entry, but we need to wait for candlestick closure and confirmation. We cannot enter without a confirmation because it would be stupid. If we enter now, what if in the next 20 seconds it closes below the 50 moving average? Well, then you get a bad entry and it might start dropping down. So you don't want that. Want to wait for candlestick closure. If we get it, there we go. Beautiful, beautifully moving. Sometimes you want an early entry, but you need to wait. You need to be disciplined. Okay, buy. There we go. We're buying again. A lower lot size this time. 13542 200. There we go. So 10 pips again. This is the entry the broker gave us. So we're currently in a slight loss at the moment, and we're bouncing off the 15-minute time frame. I do believe it's going to continue moving towards the upside. This trend is still valid. What else is important is we had this area zone over here, right? Previous area resistance was broken with this candlestick. Now closes as a nice little hammer. Not perfect because of the wick towards the upside, but as we can see, it's slightly moving up, and we can aim for maybe this area zone over here. That would be ideal as well. Let's take a look at the 5 minutes. There we go. So 5 minute 20 moving averages around here. So this is where we should be aiming because it's likely gonna react to the 5 minute moving average. It's not just gonna easily break it. So need to wait and see. We have everything marked. Trade is entered. Let's see what happens. Also, while waiting, I've been looking at the markets, and this was a nice falling wedge over here. The wedge has been broken, going towards the upside. So looking at the wedge size, it should be, take profit should be around over here. So we are aiming for 10 pips. So this is even a better trading opportunity. We have that wedge over here kind of bouncing off that 15-minute time frame 200 moving average. I'm very confident in this trade at the moment. It would be very, very disappointing if it kind of pulls back towards the downside. Nice hammer candlestick over here. This is pretty much a perfect candlestick confirmation for continuation moves towards the upside. So we'll see what happens. Currently dropping down. Let's see. Okay, so it closed as a dragonfly doji. That's pretty damn good. As you can see, this price action is beautiful. We are touching this area zone, 26 pounds. I'm closing it off. And there we have it. Okay, so here's the session outcome. We did not lose a single trade. USD CAD 5 trades. There we go. 196 pounds made. We started 1649, finished 514. So that took us what, 25 minutes? 200 pounds in 25 minutes. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. I'm dominating the markets with another trader called Christina. We are absolutely smashing it. Tons of reviews. People come back every single month. And if you want to learn my trading strategy, I made a great video about it. This one just over here, the best day trading strategy in Forex. You won't regret it. Smash like and share.